Hi, this is Antzoulis, and this is my final Genius Hour presentation on my project called Whale, Whale, Whale. What do we have here? I will start with the introduction of my project, which is just talking about what I did. I made a multi-canvas whale spreading across 4 different canvases using 4 different mediums. The whale spread across each piece of the canvas, making one whole piece of artwork. While explaining the different portions of my whale, I will be showing the reference photos I used to do them. The first portion of my whale was done in acrylic painting on canvas. The photo I will be showing is the photo I used for both the acrylic painting and the whale as a whole. I used it as a reference photo to sketch out the whale. The second portion of my whale is wood burning, which I used these 2 photos as my reference photos. The third portion was collage, which I loosely based off of this photo. And the final portion was made out of paper mache, which I made a 3D paper mache tail, so it looks like it's coming out of the water. And I did not use a reference photo for that. I just had to work with styrofoam and come up with the shape. Next, I will talk about why I chose this project. I've done projects in all of these mediums, some more than others, and I really just wanted to develop the skills already present and build on my experience using them. I really wanted to learn from my mistakes and just be more knowledgeable for in the future when I want to do more projects with these mediums, which I definitely know I want to. I could know what I did wrong in the past and learn from them and be more experienced, have more skills, and just in general improve my artwork. I also chose this project because, as I said in my Genius Hour pitch, art is my outlet. I love to do something creative, something with my hands that I can just focus on. I just really enjoyed this project and knew going into it that I would enjoy it. One of my guiding questions and objectives for this project was if I could pull it off. Because I've never done an art project or really anything at this big of a scale. I think it came about to like 60 inches about, so almost, or maybe even taller than me. So I just didn't know if this could be something I could do. So I really wanted to challenge myself to see if I could do a project this big in size and effort. Which leads me to some of my setbacks and challenges. So one of my biggest challenges in the start of it was first figuring out how. I know I took a lot of time figuring out the sizing because I didn't exactly know how big I wanted it, how wide they should be, just the sizing of everything. So that was the first challenge to come across. And then after that was the lining of it, because since they're all different canvases, I had to make sure I got the lining right before I mess up. And it's like this instead of like this. So that was a really big challenge too, which I actually had a setback with because I didn't line up a certain part of it properly in between the wood burning and the acrylic, so I did have to go over the acrylic portion of it. So that was a setback, but I fixed it and it became a success. Another big challenge was getting used to the new techniques I was using, especially in the wood burning. I had never used the wood burner I was using, and so it was a challenge at first to figure out what kind of techniques to use, how the wood burner works, like how hot it gets, how much I need to press into the wood, working against the grain or with the grain. It was a lot of technical challenges. And after a short period of time, I did get more comfortable with the wood burner, which I really liked, and I was able to use new techniques like dotting and cross hatching. It was nice. I enjoyed using the wood burner. The collage was also a challenge at first. I think that too turned out to be a success. At least I like it. After the many setbacks and challenges, I do think that the canvases and the project as a whole were a success. I'm really proud of how everything turned out, and going into the project, I think I also said this in my pitch, I just wanted to create something that brought a smile to my face, something I can be proud of, and I am. So it brings a big smile to my face. And also, I wanted other people around to bring smiles to their faces, so I do hope that is also accomplished. And yeah, it'll make me even happier if it does. First of all, I have learned a lot from using these mediums. I've learned so many more techniques on everything, every portion of it. Like painting, I used a cool, like this kind of technique. It was cool. It was very fun to do. Wood burning, I learned techniques. Paper mache, I used a cool painting technique that I found really fun to do and very relaxing. So just in general, I did do what I had set out to do. I did develop more skills, learn new things about the mediums I was working in. Something big I learned and forgot to mention in the setbacks and challenges part was time management and setting goals for yourself. So in the beginning of the project, I made a little schedule on a lined piece of paper on what I wanted to have done by what weeks. And at one point, I think I fell behind. It seemed like I was ahead, but from my schedule, I was behind. So there was just a lot of keeping goals, setting time, deadlines, all of that, and I think I learned a lot from it. So I think I learned a lot about that, keeping myself accountable. This isn't necessarily a learned idea because this was always known, but I've gotten to see just how talented these students here at Evergreen are, and I just want to give you all a round of applause because what I've seen so far of everyone's Genius Hour projects, you all did amazing. So give yourselves a round of applause as well because you deserve it. Here is a display of my final project. Well, what do we have here? So there it is, my genius project. Well, what do we have here? This was super fun to work on. I loved every second of working on it. It was just really enjoyable. 8 weeks, and I'm proud of the outcome. And yeah, I love this. I want to thank those of you who have helped me greatly during these weeks with supplies, ideas, and words of encouragement. Such as JJ, who has given me all of the supplies I needed and all of the advice I needed and just so much encouragement, so thank you. Renee, who so kindly let me borrow her modeling paste for the acrylic portion of the whale. And Sammy, who put the genius in Genius Hour and solved problems such as hinging and shelving. I also want to thank everyone around me who has supported me and encouraged me throughout this entire process because it means the world. And finally, thank you, Ben, for putting this all together and allowing us to do something we're truly passionate about. Alright, that's my final Genius Hour presentation. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day, because you deserve it. Well.